Dear Divine Feminine, welcome to this reading. In this reading, I will tune in to the present energies of this week for the Divine Feminine collectively. Creation. I feel this week, Divine Feminine, you are letting go of the fear of not succeeding. You are letting go of that fear of that things don't work out in your life, because you know what it feels like to be judged in a way that you are not good enough. But right now you are witnessing that it is not the circumstances or the people that are, for example, criticize you. It's not those people that do that make you feel a certain way, but you realize more and more that it's your vision of seeing something negatively or seeing it positively, and it is our interpretation to what is happening to us that is making us feel that way. And therefore we are the one that is creating our reality. We are the one that create our reality based upon the things that happen to us, and then we give them a meaning or an interpretation. Now, when something kind of negative or something negative happens to us, and it is in a way not what happens to us that creates something. It is how we perceive something to be true that is creating our creation. And therefore it can never be something that happens to you that is creating your reality, because all those things don't have an impact on yourself that much, but it's just your interpretation and your meaning you give to that experience. And therefore you see it as negative or positive. But right now the Divine Feminine is witnessing this soul lesson of knowing that, for example, the example I have given to you, you can either, for example, get criticized and then being grateful for it, be happy for it, because you want to do better, you want to be better. Then you see it in a positive regard. But then if you get criticized and you got reminded of all that pain that you've experienced before in relationships that made you feel not good enough, and then the pain is repeating again, then it's something that you see as negative, but it is not negative. And therefore we witness as Divine Feminines how to deal with our feelings more, how to rationalize the things that happen to us. And therefore when we do that, and I'm not saying like you know where it is coming from and why you perceive things to be true, and the more you see, like, why do I perceive those things to be true? And then when it's something positive, you don't struggle with it because it's something positive. But then if you have still resurfacing back again of that negative feeling of not feeling negatively about yourself, then there's something, especially when someone else is saying or something to you, especially when that happens, you have to look within where that is coming from. So knowing that you do create your life, there's no one else that is responsible for your life, how hard it may seem, but it is true. And that is also a soul lesson that she is going through right now. And as you can see, she holds something in her hands. That means it is in your hands. It is in your hands, that is true. It's not in someone else's hands, but it is in your hands. And when you give it out of your hands, that is when you lose your power, Divine Feminine. When you give, like, why does this happen to me? And when you give that power away, Divine Feminine, that is when you give it out of your hands. Your creative abilities, your power to create. You can never give that out of your hands. And that is the main theme of creation, realizing her creation. And how far you have come right now is all due to where you stand right now, is all due to all those convictions that you have. Play. Now, when the Divine Feminine is completely surrendered and completely, when she's completely, you know, she feels safe and she feels like as if she can surrender to herself, then she feels playful. If she lets it all go of how other people perceive her, if she lets it go of, you know, trying to make other people understand her, and or how other people think of her, and then the playful energy comes along. Because if you're not worried or stressed, you can be in a space of relaxation, and the more she feels relaxed within herself, or there's another word for it as well, the more she feels like safe. Because if you are in a certain state, then for example you're meditating or anything that is bringing back to yourself, then there's no need to worry. If you are enjoying this present moment, there's no need to worry. But if you're not enjoying this present moment because you have all these fears, negative thoughts, then your automatic response will be to hold on to those things, but also to be, if you're stressed, you know, your system is going to react with stress, so you cannot relax yourself. The more you relax and you are in a relaxed state, the more everything goes easier, and you're ready to just play and make fun with other people and make jokes with other people. The more you are stressed, I realize that you also hold on to your thoughts. There's no flow into your thoughts. There's just this stagnation. So she learns how to surrender. She learns how to be at ease. That's the word, be at ease with everything. Just by accepting the present moment, and that is what she's learning right now. And that's what I'm saying, like if you have a positive mindset, more and more, that will affect how easy you can let go of certain things. How easy it is then to be happy. Because also the intentions of others, if you see other people as having the good intentions and being kind, and then you will attract those people. All she wants is to, you know, to just, girls, she want to have fun. Girls do want to have, you know that song, you know, girls, they want to have fun. And that's what she wants. She doesn't want to take things so seriously anymore, because that is, again, stagnation. You want to let it flow. Equality. She wants to be seen in a relationship as being with her equal. So in the past she has attracted relationships that were not equal to her, whether it was spiritually, whether it was on a physical level, emotional level. It was not equal. And if there's no equal give and take, she feels depleted, she feels not satisfied, not happy. And she wants it to be equal if she is, giving herself again in a relationship. And that is, she also wants to see whether it's, in a work environment, somewhere else. She wants to be appreciated as well for her emotional side, as well for her, that she's smart, that she's able to have her, whatever it is, she doesn't want to be objectified as a woman, to know that she is smart, she can achieve, she can work in any job she wants, and she has the same qualities as a man has as well. So most of all, I feel she wants to be valued, she wants to seen for who she is, and she wants to, how some men are thinking maybe negatively about women, or they have certain thoughts about women, how a woman should be, how a woman should act, how a woman should dress. And she wants to be equal in a sense of, if she is not doing that, then she will be equal. There's no, you cannot measure her by something you have put up with. And for example, women should only wear this, and then, a man can wear this, but there are no set rules. It matters not how you look, but it matters that we all have the same abilities. We're all dealing with the same things. Inspiration. So she wants to be inspired by life, and that is why maybe she is looking to be surrounded with her soul family. She is looking for that connection with other women, especially that are on the same level. And because that is where she has her inspiration from, is being around like-minded people. And that is lifting up her vibration and letting it, it's like a safe house where you can just fall back to when things don't work out, or even witnessing those close soul connections. And a place where you can just be appreciated for who you are, and reflect back upon yourself, and that you can share everything with. And I feel that has led her, the most inspiration she is getting is out of relationships, is out of the connection with other people. And that is also a trait of the divine feminine, is to connect where there is disconnect, or to make contact where there is silence, or being open where there is a closed connection with someone. So she is all about making that connection with other people. And she's also very giving, very, wanting to take care of other people, and that is giving her back inspiration in return. And she wants to be challenged. As you can see, inspiration. She wants to be challenged. That means if something is boring to her, her work or hanging around with someone, if that is boring to her, it doesn't serve her. She wants to be inspired. She wants to, when she has a conversation, she wants to have the feeling she can learn something out of it, or she wants to have that knowing that um, she's passionate about something. And when she finds something boring, she's quickly moving on to something else. And I mean in a sense of, doing something and you're realizing you're not that interested in doing something, then you're quickly moving on to fight for what it is that you do want. As I feel there have been a lot of fallouts in her life of things not working out, and she wanted to fight for it and work hard for it to make it work out. And in order to do so, she must learn how to balance her mind space and her heart space. And that is what she is doing right now. In the past, and this has something to do with her creative energies and her self-worth, in the past she has been felt as if she let down. She has been let down by the people in her life, and that has caused her sadness, because she was this beautiful, being, and others didn't always see her, worth, her beauty. And that has, this card is all about self-worth. It's yourself judging yourself how much worthy you are of receiving, how much worthy you are of getting the things you want to get in life. And if you're not feeling worthy enough, you're not going to attract the Ace of Pentacles. This also has something strongly to do with your finances, financial situation. Has everything to do with your self-worth. In the past, she has been fighting for who she truly was. And the more she was fighting for who she truly was, or against what she wasn't, the more she realized that she was hanging around with other people, she was just trying things, the more she realized that she was different. She wasn't like the rest of the people. She was unlike any other woman, and unlike anyone, she was standing up for what she believed in, and she even walked away from all those things where others was seeing her again as not worthy enough, because she walked away from things and they haven't seen it as positive, because they thought she walked away because she was insecure, or she walked away because she was all these thoughts they have about her. And that became her reality, until she realized that it has nothing to do with her. It wasn't just, good for her. And that is why she walked away. And every time she wanted to receive some offer, especially from a male figure, I felt that has triggered her. If you have like a relationship with male figures in a negative way, then it is sometimes difficult to accept that love, or accept an offer, or to look at a masculine in a positive regard, or in a regard that it is, you're able to trust that person. And I feel this has led to a lot of pain for the Divine Feminine, because she was not able to trust. You know, if once a trust has been broken, especially for the Divine Feminine, it's hard to get that feeling back again. And that is what she has to learn, that she has to, you know, forgive, and it's a process to do that. So let me get another card. And I'm doing the things in my own way, even my readings. I do them in my own way because I'm letting myself be guided by what I know works for me. And it might not work for you even, or might not work for someone else. But I'm not going to do something that someone else is doing just because that works out for them. You know, I'm just my own person. So I'm going to do what works for me, what I feel guided by spirit to do. You can call it spirit or the universe. So let's say play. She felt, and this is someone turning her back to the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a player type of energy. He turned her back, or she turned her back towards him. And this has something to do with her past relationships, of not feeling that she is heard, that she's seen. And that caused her a lot of heartbreak. And then she tried to look at other options, but you know, she's always, because of that, feels insecure. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? And I feel she has to work on her confidence of knowing that it is all right what she is doing. No matter what she is doing, if she's able to trust, you know, what she feels, what she knows, if she's able to trust herself, she's able to make that decision for herself. And that is healing, you know, our past relationships. If we don't heal them, they come back again. And she has to learn how to deal with that. Okay, let me get one more clarification for the card of equality. And the reason why I started this channel is because I know that where I have been through, other women also are going through as well, or have been through as well. And if we're talking about this, we can heal it. So it's all about talking about it and sharing our experiences. And let's see. And not just the feminines, but also the masculines. They have also been through similar situations in their life. But right now I'm just focusing on my own journey. So I'm going to focus on yourself, myself. Not just myself, but you can only focus on yourself to heal yourself. So the Tower, equality. This also has to do something with relationships or commitments. That she wants to feel equal. She wants to feel equal to the person she is with. And a lot of the times in relationships we hold on to a certain persona of who we think we are. So we are the mother of our child, we are the aunt, we are the father, we are the daughter, and then we are, because we hold on to these personas, we're going to behave like it. So we're going to feel less than or more than or having more authority over a being, while we have to see we are all one. We are just maybe different or on different levels, but we are all one. And when we're going to treat someone else different because we put them in a certain category, then we're going to feel superior than the other person. We're going to feel better than the other person. And that is when we are in our ego, when we say, okay, so we are the mother or the daughter or the husband or the wife of someone. Then we're going to have all these things attached to what that means, what that persona means. How to behave as a husband, how to behave as a wife, how to behave as a child, how to behave as a mother. And even if you are not aware of this, this is playing in the back of your mind. This is what you have learned since childhood. How your mother behaved is how you are going to behave. And therefore we are letting that go. We are trying to form our own version of how we want to be, and therefore we have to break free from all those conditioned programs, like how do we need to be as a woman, how do we need to be as a daughter, how do we need to be as a friend. And it helps with looking at yourself with self-love and not trying to be letting someone come over and stay, letting a friend or a family member stay over for the night if you feel you can't, or not going somewhere where you feel you won't be happy in doing so. And that is sometimes telling someone no, but it is in your best interest. So you're equal, no matter your decisions, no matter how you look like, no matter how different you are, because that is what divine feminines are. We are all different. We come in different shapes, different qualities, and we're still all equal even though we are different. And that is what we're going to have to see, especially women and men are not different than each other. They're actually experiencing the same thing. And that is, when we're realizing that, we can come more into that feeling of oneness with each other. And that is what we want. So beautiful divine feminines, this was the reading for this week for you. And I hope you find some strength in it. I hope you find some guidance in it. And I hope you find in yourself what you were looking for. Thank you very much. And if you felt my energy and my way of explaining the cards helped and worked for you, and you felt my energy, that it resonated with you, feel free to ask for a personal reading. Thank you so much. Bye.